Alrighty. So I decided to do my project over quality assurance. My name is Cameron Cantley. So, in the introduction, in this project I will be breaking down the key aspects of quality assurance and why it is so important to implement quality assurance into any aspect that requires the need for continual improvement. But first we need to understand what quality assurance really means. ASG states quality assurance is part of quality management focused on providing confidence that quality requirements will be fulfilled. So what does this mean? So this means that quality assurance is a very important tactic to implement into the business aspect of things, but also to ensure that customers are getting a quality product that they can rely on. In further slides, I will be breaking down the key terms, history, and the many other aspects that come into play to ensure quality assurance is successful. Key terms: quality control. A system of maintaining standards and products by testing a sample of what is being made compared to what standards the product should have. Inspection. This is a process of measuring, examining, and testing to gauge one or more characteristics of a product or service, and the comparison of these with the specific requirements to determine if any conformities exist. So this can be somewhat like quality control, where we're seeing if any defects exist and what we need to do to eliminate this problem. Auditing. This process is to make sure the products are compiling with quality requirements and make sure every product is getting done correctly for quality assurance to the customer, but also to the company. This can be more than just examining the product from conformities. It can also be auditing the process that is being done or the team members that are completing the project to make sure they are being efficient and effective as possible. Total quality. This is more so focused on the management of people that is used to achieve continual improvement in customer satisfaction while still achieving low cost. Six Sigma. The concept of Six Sigma was founded by an engineer named Bill Smith who worked for Motorola. Six Sigma is a set of tools and techniques for the overall continuous improvement of a product and the elimination of excessive waste. Kaizen Blitz is an intense and rapid improvement process in which a department or team members work together rapidly to complete a project in a short amount of time. So history of quality assurance, 12th century. This is the first place where we were seeing quality assurance form. The birth of quality assurance method began in the 12th century in China during the Zhou dynasty, where governmental departments were given the task and responsibilities of overseeing the production and manufacturing of materials to execute the upstanding and quality standards by supervision and inspections. History of quality assurance, 13th century. The history of quality assurance can be traced all the way back to the Middle Ages. In the late 13th century, craftsmen workers started to organize a special workforce that is still in place today. They were called guilds, which is known as a union. The guilds were responsible for making strict guidelines that implemented the importance of producing a quality product. The guilds soon implemented these strict rules by placing a mark on the product that made to implement the quality of their work. This process worked great until the early 19th century and the Industrial Revolution took place. History of quality assurance, 19th century. Firstly, we need to understand the importance of two people, W. Edwards Demings and Joseph M. Girard. They played a key role in introducing the concept of quality control in the manufacturing industry in the U.S. Henry Ford was also a very important aspect to the Industrial Revolution and the manufacturing industry, who was the first to adapt Deming's idea of quality control. By doing this, Henry Ford produced a higher quality that people could rely on. Quality management systems. So first we need to understand what quality management is. Quality management, according to ASG, describes this as a formalized system that documents processes, procedures, and responsibilities for achieving quality policies and objectives. There are many benefits when looking at quality management and how it can be useful to every aspect of the overall success of an organization. The main goals of this important fact are eliminating waste, preventing mistakes, lowering overall cost, engaging the overall workforce, and always working towards the goal of a continuous improvement. So if we look at this chart, we can see quality management principles and what is needed to make it successful. So we can see customer focus, leadership, engagement of people, process approach, improvement, evidence-based decision making, relationship management. All of these factors are important in quality management. Pokeyoki. So Pokeyoki can be identified as mistake proofing, which is a process of using automatic devices to avoid human error. This concept was developed by Japanese manufacturing engineer Saiji Shingo. This idea was very crucial to the success of quality assurance and lean in general. There are two main aspects when looking at this topic: prediction, which is recognizing an effect is going to occur and demonstrating a warning sign, and the second aspect is detection. This is seeing that a defect has happened and stopping the process from carrying on. So if we look at this chart, we can see first thing to do, we're going to identify defects. We're going to find the sources where these defects are coming from. We're going to design a plan and implement Pokeyokis to ensure that these problems are not going to happen again. Maintain and continuous improvement. So we're always looking for continuous improvement. Kaizen. So what is Kaizen? It is a method of philosophy that is looking towards the goal of continuous improvement. This philosophy was created by Toyota in the early 1980s and was very beneficial to the assembly line process. If a defect or process was detected, the whole line would shut down until it was fixed. Quality control. Dr. Kiriya Ishikawa, the founder of the 7 quality control tools, defines quality control as quality control consists of developing, designing, producing, marketing, and servicing products and services with optimum cost, effectiveness, and usefulness, which customers will purchase with satisfaction. Quality control is a very important aspect of quality assurance in general. When quality control is implemented correctly, it decreases the number of defective products, which leads to elimination of waste. This leads to more customer satisfaction, and this is something customers rely on when buying different products. Quality control tools. Cause and effect diagrams can also be known as fishbowl diagrams. This diagram is useful because it shows what possible causes and makes them visible. This is important because we can put them into different categories than they fit in. A check sheet, a structured form for collecting and analyzing data. Control chart. This chart is used to study how a process changed over time. Histogram. This is the most common used graph, which is used to show frequency distribution. Pareto chart. This is just a simple bar graph that shows which factors are more significant. Scatter diagram. Graph pairs of numerical data. You can locate relationships between different variables on different axes. Flowchart. A technique which may be used to separate data gathered from more than one source so that the pattern can be visible, also called stratification. Six Sigma. Six Sigma is a unique and important part of ensuring quality assurance. It is very important to the business aspect of improvement that focuses on the elimination of defects and errors that occur in a manufacturing background. It also puts a lot of focus on the customer satisfaction process that needs to be developed. Six Sigma can be used by everybody in the company. The plant managers or workers can use it to eliminate waste and improve quality. Another example would be human resources can use it to be more effective and efficient when hiring new employees. There are a few different aspects that I will now break down on levels of different Six Sigma workers. As you can see in the chart, there are 4 different belt levels that make up the aspects of Six Sigma. The first being the yellow belt, which individuals being team members review and improvement of the project. The second level will be green belts. They will be assist the black belts in analyzing quality products and work towards a common goal. The third level is black belt. In this level, we know the philosophies and principles that Six Sigma relies on to be successful. The last level is master black belt. This level are trainees or coaches to black belt and green belts. DMEDI model. This model is very important because it breaks down the key aspects of a new product and shows the steps to ensure the desired quality of a product will be met. Define. Understanding the purpose that needs to be developed by a goal statement, generating plans and resource identifications. Measure. This is understanding the outputs needed by examining the customer's needs and competitive analysis. Explore. Using creative techniques to develop alternative concepts and evaluating customer requirements. Develop. This step is used of process and production design and or testing. Implement. Fully use the new process that was created and test to see if the process stood up against the customer's needs. So these are my references. This is my PowerPoint over quality assurance. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your time.